Old cowboy walks into a barber shop for a shave. A haircut, he says. Please shave all my whiskers off. The barber looks at his cheeks, and they're all wrinkled from age, sunburnt, and you know how it is when you're old, and the barber gets a little wooden ball from a cup on the shelf and tells the old cowboy to put it inside his cheek and to spread it out. It'll stretch his skin. And when he finishes, the old cowboy tells the barber, "That was the cleanest shave I had in years." And so he said he wanted to know what happened there if he had swallowed the little ball. And the barber asked, "Well, just bring it back in a couple of days like everybody else does." Well, it's another weekend morning, and it's quiet as a mouse, and it's the same old street outside and the same old house. Been stuck here in this rhythm, a slow, familiar rut. Just a sudden spark, and the door flung open, and then shut. And it opened once again, and I was wondering where to go, where to begin. And the air felt thin, and it felt wide. It like good news wrapped around bad news. Nowhere left to hide. The reports keep coming in, the wars keep going on, while a quiet hope is born just before the dawn. Where there's a whisper in a place I know too well, and where self-hate and loathing, they always seem to dwell. Seated deep within my soul, a stubborn tangled root, and I ask myself again, what am I doing? Like a mute, staring at the ceiling, at the dust upon the plain. All those unrequited loves washing like the rain. A gentle melancholy, a quiet lingering ache for pasts unraveled in promises we couldn't keep. But then the light shifts, and suddenly exploding a thing, and I'm elated, I swear to it, like a song of a new bird sings. And here's why, I suppose, though the reason's soft and on the down low, I'm sad, but I ain't got a clue, no certain place to go. With all this knowing, who's knowing why, this feeling raising from the deep, nothing's gonna stop us, promises the moment, and now I keep. Something awesome is coming, I feel it in the air. We've been being ourselves back in the day, taking every care, walking through the chapters, turning every page, and now we're ready to start a new one, stepping on a fresh new stage. And I need your help, just a hand to hold, a glance, to walk this path together, to give this dream a chance. Never saw this coming, this quiet true release, and in a peaceful silence, I wonder who was right all along. Now I'll tell you about a young fellow, very young fellow, not unlike myself when I was young. Always looking for something that I couldn't find, and hanging out in a bar, and I met a 70-year-old woman at the bar. I'll call her a lady, I suppose, and she looked pretty good for her age, and I find myself thinking, well, she probably had a really hot young daughter, and I was just a young guy and drinking a couple beers and going out behind the back to have a smoke or two. And when I got back, she asked me if I ever had a sportsman double. And I said, "What's that?" He said, "It's a mother and a daughter." And my mind began to embrace the idea, and I was wondering what her daughter might look like. And I said, "No, I haven't." And I drank a bit more, and she drank a bit more, and then she winked at me, and she said, "Tonight's your lucky night, Hairman." So we went back to her place, and we walked in. She put the hall light on and shouted upstairs, "Mom, you still awake?"